Warm welcome to the Kalinga Stadium in the capital city of Odisha, Bhubaneswar. We're in the tennis complex. All actions in the semi-final category in ITF Pro Tennis Tour would be unfolded. And the first semi-final that is to be played in court number 1, that is played between N. Vijayasundar Prashant and Siddharth Rawat. Both are quite experienced players. Of course, Siddharth Sundar Prashant is quite experienced as at 31. He has been playing tennis from the age of 4 and is quite promising. And he actually caught the attention when he won a match against Davis Cup player Yuki Vamri way back in 2015. And he'll be facing, that is Siddharth Rawat. Siddharth Rawat, basically from the capital city of New Delhi, where he practices in Defence Colony Tennis Complex. And both are looking quite poised. Nothing can be predicted at the moment. And we'll have to wait when the action gets unfolded. The first semi-final is between N. Vijay Sundar Prashant and Siddharth Rawat. Both are from India. And chair umpire to conduct this match on court number 1 is Himanshu Malik from Odisha. The viewers of Doordarshan on Sports Channel, along with my co-commentator Venkatesh.
मैं आपको अवगत कराता हूं, इस सेमीफाइनल्स में पहुंचने के लिए सिद्धार्थ रावत ने पहले राउंड में मनीष सुरेश कुमार भारत के हैं जो उन्हें परास्त किया 6-4, 7-6 से। दूसरे राउंड में इनकी मुकाबला हुई वी चेरुकू जो कि भारत के ही हैं। उन्होंने उन्हें परास्त किया 6-2, 6-3 के स्कोर से। क्वार्टर फाइनल्स में इन्होंने परास्त किया आर्यन गोवियस भारत के 6-7, 6-3 और 6-3 के स्कोर से। जबकि एन प्रशांत जो आज के तारीख में 531 रैंकिंग है इनका, इंटरनेशनल रैंकिंग, इन्होंने अपने पहले राउंड में परास्त किया है निकोलस बाइबल जो यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स के हैं।
Is N. Vijay Sundar servicing. Is up ahead, the love 15. Is this now one more point to the booty of N. Vijay Sundar. Love 30. Right-handed player Vijay Sundar. Falls that towards. That is the way up ahead moves and Vijay Sundar. Siddharth has to be very careful, and when Vijay Sundar is getting down with the service, he seems to be unbeaten, and this is how the point goes in favor of Vijay Sundar. The first game in favor of Vijay Sundar. Maybe there would be a setback when Siddharth Rawat comes up with his service at the second game. Siddharth Rawat. Getting ahead to the net, and that is the way he makes the ball move, but that was not to be. It landed on the net.
बहुत ही खूबसूरत वाली प्रदर्शन।
good piece of rally that was indeed, but Vijay Sundar was not able to put it across. And Siddharth Rawat, who plays little up ahead, that is the way he moves. 30-15, service Siddharth Rawat. Great serve. That was great indeed. And this is how Siddharth Rawat
एक अच्छी सर्विस जो है ये आपके जो ओपोनेंट है उन पे ये दबाव डालती है, जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं एन विजय की सर्विस 15 लाख।
What I have been watching in the movement of Siddharth Rawat, he takes onto the ball a little late. That is why mostly all his attempts, the land on the nets itself.
बहुत ही खूबसूरत सर्विस।
Vijay has definitely an advantage over Rawat. The last game he won with strike points, and this time it is still coming in that way, and the same thing is repeated as it happened in the first game. Tossing the ball not very high, just to put a lot of force to the ball,
Yes.
because that is the tactics he's been aiming, because he always aims for an ace, and till now he has come up with 2 aces. Down the line shot, four-handed, quite forceful shot that is. Oh, great topspin shots they are playing. A return is coming, double-handed backhand from Siddharth. He's not leaving a chance to go by. Oh, indeed, it was the longest rally so far that we get to see in the court number 1.
बहुत ही बेहतरीन रैली, दोनों खिलाड़ी दोनों हाथों से बैकहैंड खेलते हैं और इनकी फोरहैंड भी काफ़ी पावरफुल होने की वजह से आप देख सकते हैं बहुत खूबसूरत रैली बनी थी ये। सेकंड सर्व, इस 15 से आगे हैं सिद्धार्थ रावत इस चौथे गेम में पहले करके।
That was indeed a good piece of rally. And we've been watching the forte with Siddharth Rawat is his double-handed backhand. And he adds a lot of momentum and pressure to the shot. And that is the way he moves up. And he has to be a little careful to pocket this game. 40-15. Tossing the ball a little higher. He wanted to place it properly in the diagonal court. That was indeed a great shot that we watched. And this has been his forte. And they move all together 2-all. At this time of the year, it is not very humid here at Bhubaneswar.
बहुत ही अच्छी सर्विस।
Vijay Sundar was very clearly beaten. And this is how Rawat pocketed the first point. Fault. Rawat's footwork is little different from others because the left foot is parallel to the baseline, but that is the way he feels comfortable, not tossing the ball very high and down the line. The rally goes on and little up ahead, jerking himself. That was the top spin shot, and Vijay Sundar was not able to return it properly. But the double-handed backhand has been always the forte of Siddharth Raut, and mostly the forehand shots are the winning shots for N. Sundar. Oh, great rally that was, but it landed on the nets. Just yielding one more point to the booty of Rawat. Rawat in the sixth game, 40 love, while set score is in favor of Sundar, 3-2. This has been the fourth ace that we have been watching here, and there has been not yet a single ace from Vijay Sundar, Prashant. And Siddharth Rawat.
ये लव गेम रहा है, स्कोर 3 की बराबरी पर पहले सेट। कुछ बहुत ही अच्छे रैलीज का प्रदर्शन किया है, जिसे आप डिलाइट टू वॉच कह सकते हैं अंग्रेजी में। जब दूसरी सर्व करते हैं तो खिलाड़ी अक्सर गेंद को सही रखने के लिए ये अपना टॉप स्पिन सर्व करते हैं, जिससे इस चीज़ की संभावना ज़्यादा रहती है कि बॉल कोर्ट में रहे और सर्व सही रहे।
The single forced error that came from and Vijay Sundar this time.
बहुत ही बेहतरीन शॉट विजय द्वारा। 15 की बराबरी पर
And 15 all. The seventh game, 15 all. While the set score 3 all. This is how they are fighting neck to neck. With a high toss with the ball came the serve. Cross court rally. Now the reach was different and Rawat was not able to take on the ball, thereby just yielding one more point to Vijay Sundar. (30-15). Chair umpire is Himanshu Malik from Odisha. Double-handed return from Sundar. And he was clearly beaten. He didn't take any chance, and this is how 30 all. And the juggernaut of Vijay Sundar has been checked, and there could be a setback for him. And if Rawat is little clever enough and bold enough, he would be able to take on Vijay Sundar this time.
अच्छी सर्विस थी, सीधे बॉडी पे आ रही थी। रावत ने बैकहैंड रिटर्न करने पर चुना, मगर ये सही नहीं रख पाए नील को कोर्ट में। रावत के काफ़ी क्रॉस कोर्ट शॉट बैकहैंड।
This is how the 7th game is pocketed by Vijay Sundar. And Rawat fell to check Vijay Sundar. The way he was poised, that didn't happen till the end. Letting the ball go a little ahead with the toss, that is the way he served. He changes his tactics with every serve.
हालांकि रैली काफ़ी लंबी नहीं बन रही है, मगर दोनों खिलाड़ी कुछ बहुत ही अच्छे शॉट्स का प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। बहुत अच्छी रिटर्न विजय सुंदर द्वारा। वॉली करना चाहे सिद्धार्थ रावत, मगर बॉल को काबू में ना रख पाया और ये गेंद बाहर चली गई।
Oh, great serve. And this is the 5th ace that came from Rawat in the first set. And probably that is going to be his strategy and forte. The double-handed backhand, coming quite forcefully. Just cross-court placing, and this is how down the line placing that was, and Rawat was expecting it to land on the other side. Still then he was clearly beaten and he couldn't fall back to take on with the ball. However, Vijay Sundar is up ahead. Rawat has to be very careful with this serve. At least for the moment he is safe.
सिद्धार्थ रावत के जो सर्विस हैं वो काफ़ी घातक साबित होते हुए, काफ़ी एसेस किया है इन्होंने, 5 हो चुके हैं इनके।
Yes, when Rawat serves, he mostly catches Vijay Sundar unaware, and he seems to be undecided. Out.
इस तरह ये जो
And this is how
ये ब्रेक कर दिया है इसमें विजय सुंदर ने सिद्धार्थ रावत को, और 5-3 की बढ़त ले ली है।
And since this is the turn for service for Vijay Sundar, he will be a little careful because it has been seen that he always pockets the game when he is serving. And if this happens and if this is repeated, obviously it will be more of an easy walk for Vijay Sundar to stay ahead to get into the next set.
बहुत ही खूबसूरत शॉट ये डाउन द लाइन खेल लिया है सिद्धार्थ रावत ने।
So it looks Rawat is able to check the juggernaut of Vijay Sundar. Siddharth Rawat 2 points, and this is the way he can stop Vijay Sundar to go ahead. So 30 all. This is how Vijay Sundar serves for the 8th game.
ये जो उनकी पहली सर्व की जो परसेंटेज है वो सिद्धार्थ रावत की ज़्यादा बेहतर रही है.
Yes, it looks that he is over enthusiastic, and that is why he is able to make these mistakes. And Vijay Sundar, 40-30. This is how he moves. If he is little careful, it will be an easy walk for him. He would be able to pocket the first sight.
विजय सुंदर के लिए पहला सेट पॉइंट.
And obviously Raut would be definitely trying to stop him.
इनकी पहले सर्विस की जो परसेंटेज है वो हमने देखा है कि कम रही है.
Just to play it safe, Vijay Sundar slowed down with the service, and this is how the game goes in favor of Vijay Sundar, and also the first sight. First sight in favor of Vijay Sundar, and the 8th game that also went in favor of Vijay Sundar.
तो विजय सुंदर ने ये जो पहला सेट है उसे 6-3 से जीत लिया है.
A section of the crowd enjoying the colors of ITF Odisha tennis on the day of Festival of Colors Holi, and the second sight. Vijay Sundar pocketing the first point in the second set, while the serve is with Rawat. Second serve, that was just slicing it, returning with quite forcefully, and this is what he tried and tried to repeat it, but that was not to be. He just landed on the net. So 15 all. 15 all in the first game of the second set. Great ace. That is indeed the first ace in the second set, and the 6th one coming from Siddharth Rawat in the entire game. That was out. So 1 more point for Rawat.
कुछ अच्छी रैलीज चल रही हैं, मगर वो जो शॉट्स में कंसिस्टेंसी की जो आवश्यकता है वो थोड़ी सी कम है.
Venkatesh, it is seen that when both the players they are serving, they feel more confident to beat the opponent, and we've been seeing mostly in the service games the players they won.
सरोज, ऐसा है कि एक तो सर्विस आप अपने मर्जी से प्लेस कर सकते हैं, इससे आपका पलड़ा थोड़ा भारी रहता है इस मामले में कि आप ओपोनेंट को किस ओर भगाना चाहते हैं, और या आप उसे फोरहैंड खिलवाएंगे या बैकहैंड. जैसे कि ये देख सकते हैं आप, उन्होंने ये सर्व किया जो गई थी बैकहैंड विजय सुंदर के बैकहैंड से, जिसके बाद इन्होंने इसे बहुत आसानी से.
So this is how Rawat opens up with the second set, winning the first game, and if this is the way he stays poised, then and Vijay Sundar has to face lots of difficulty.
दूसरे सेट में पहली गेम सिद्धार्थ रावत के नाम, 1-0 से आगे हैं। पहले सेट जबकि विजय सुंदर ने जीता है 6-3 से।
Another thing I watched, that here the location of the court is such a way that when Siddharth Rawat was serving, he was not facing the sun, while N. Vijay Sundar was facing the sun while he was about to return. So that definitely played to little advantage of Rawat. But still, that he is an experienced and batting player. And this is the second game of the second set. Serve N. Vijay Sundar. Just falling back, playing the down the shot, down the line shot, and that was not to be, straight landed on the net. And Vijay Sundar is definitely lucky, thus winning the first point in the second set.
थोड़ी सी एकाग्रता की कमी विजय सुंदर को लगी। ये बहुत ही अच्छी है विजय सुंदर द्वारा, जबकि हमने देखा है कि तकरीबन 6 एसेस कर चुके हैं सिद्धार्थ रावत। ये
15 all, that is service from N. Vijay Sundar. Siddharth, when he plays, he just lifts his left foot and adds lot of pressure on the right foot, and that is the way the pressure is exerted from the right foot to the racket, and this is the way he puts the pressure on the movement of the ball.
ये जो अपने बॉडी का वजन है ये उसमें जोड़ते हैं, उस शॉट के जो पावर जो जनरेट करते हैं वो उसमें उनको मदद करता है।
Siddharth Rawat can be called still lucky. (15-40), Sundar to serve.
ये पहला सर्व नेट पे लगता है। विजय सुंदर पहली सर्व की शुरुआत करते हुए।
Just playing it safe. The slow service came from Sundar. That was an aimless hit.
सिद्धार्थ रावत इस बॉल पर नियंत्रण नहीं रख पाए और ये गेंद बाहर चली गई। विजय सुंदर
Still a sigh of relief for N. Vijay Sundar. He'll have to be more careful, otherwise the game will be gone. This is the way they've come to deuce. So Vijay had still a sigh of relief. The first deuce of the entire match. Late that was. Advantage Rawat. Vijay will have to be very careful, otherwise the game will be gone from his hands. Just chipping it. Down the line. Down the line. Great rally indeed. Vijay Sundar was able to check once again deuce. Hard work of Vijay Sundar definitely paid him, and he has another sigh of relief. He'll have to be more careful this time. Advantage this time in favor of Vijay. With just one more point, he'll be able to stop Rawat to go ahead. Advantage Vijay. Fault that was. Oh, quite aimless shooting that was. And Vijay wins this game. So it's 1-all.
उन्होंने अपना सर्विस में इस गेम को जीता और स्कोर 1 के बराबर ही दूसरे सेट में। पहला सेट 6-3 से जीता है विजय सुंदर ने।
And that is Vijay Sundar serving. First serve went futile. Just chipping, and Rawat was trying to chip it across the net, but that was not to be. Straight landed up on the net, and had it been little earlier the attempt, then it would have been a different story altogether. And at the moment, 15 love on the fourth game of the second set. Vijay Sundar serving. Oh, Vijay Sundar was clearly beaten. His footwork had been very wrong, and probably he was about to trip there. His left foot gave way, and he was not able to stick on to his balance. So this is how 15-all. That is the way they are staying poised in the fourth site, fourth game. I'm sorry.
देख सकते हैं ये कितनी अच्छी इन आउट शॉट खेला है विजय सुंदर ने। उनकी प्लेसमेंट काफ़ी सही रही। उन्होंने गलत फुट पे पकड़ा सिद्धार्थ रावत को।
Venkatesh, what I had been watching, it's quite fun, looking quite funny. When they want to enjoy the game, they go for rally. Otherwise, when they want to go for a point, they come straight to the point.
सर ये सब एकाग्रता की बात है, अपने उनकी कंसंट्रेशन पे निर्भर करता है कि वो रैली कितनी है। हर खिलाड़ी ये प्रयास में रहता है कि वो एक जगह बनाए जहाँ पे वो एक विनर उसके बाद मार सके। बहुत ही अच्छी शॉट थी ये उनकी क्रॉस कोर्ट सिद्धार्थ रावत की। स्कोर 30 की बराबरी पर इस चौथे गेम में दूसरे सेट में।
30-all. 30-all. Vijay Sundar to serve from right court. A double-handed backhand, quite forcefully that came, and then the return was superb also. Both the players for the moment trying to play double-handed. just slicing the ball. Down the rally. That was out.
ये क्रॉस कॉर्ट शॉट, ये कॉर्नर शॉट मारने की कोशिश में थे विजय सुंदर।
30-40. Vijay Sundar will have to be careful. Otherwise the game will be gone from his hands. And Rawat, he has a chance to stop the juggernaut of Vijay Sundar.
बहुत ही बेहतर।
That was the first ace coming from Vijay Sundar. Just been, sorry, it's all deuce. That was not to be.
अच्छी ब्रेक पॉइंट थी सिद्धार्थ रावत के लिए, उन्होंने इसका फ़ायदा नहीं उठा पाया। बहुत ही अच्छी एस सर्व किया था विजय सुंदर ने। 40 की बराबरी पर स्कोर अभी।
Oh, great flashing on the part of Vijay Sundar. Vijay Sundar,
बहुत ही अच्छी बॉलिंग का
extremely well.
इन्होंने विजय सुंदर,
And he's playing a very calculated game against Rawat. And Rawat, though he plays with lot of force and lot of vigor, but still then, sometimes he loses his patience. An advantage with Vijay Sundar.
बेहतरीन शॉट विजय सुंदर द्वारा और उन्होंने ये गेम जीत लिया है और 3-1 से आगे हैं अभी दूसरे सेट में।
Vijay slowly and steadily is moving ahead with second set score 3-1, and with one game in his pocket, Rawat has to avenge for himself. And serving Rawat. Just slowing down with the service, just trying to play it quite safe, just chipping the ball, and once again came the top spin down the line shot from Rawat. Once again, the same hit paid him well, and 15 love. This is how Rawat opens his account in the 5th game of the second set. Let's hope the second serve doesn't go futile. Superb return.
बहुत खूब।
Oh, great serve.
हमने कहा और बस एक
The 7th ace of the game that came from Rawat, and this seems to be his forte, and when he plays with his ace, he is simply unbeaten and nobody can stop him.
बहुत ही बेहतर एक और एस, और इस तरह से इन्होंने ये अपना सर्विस होल्ड किया है। बहुत ही अच्छी रैली।
But however, it yielded one more point to the booty of Vijay Sundar. For the second point.
बहुत अच्छी शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत के लिए सर्विस विजय सुंदर। बेहतर, बहुत ही बेहतर, अच्छी ये
Vijay Sundar playing with all his experiences. 31-year-old Vijay Sundar from Chennai.
ये उन्होंने क्रॉस कोर्ट शॉर्ट एंगल शॉट खेलने का
Just a
प्रयास
hurried
किया
shot that he
विजय सुंदर
played.
ने। बहुत ही बेहतर उन्होंने कन्वर्ट किया है इसको और फोर हैंड पे लेते हुए ये शॉट बेहतर शॉट खेला है विजय सुंदर ने। 40-30 की बढ़त। विजय सुंदर गेम पॉइंट इस छठे गेम में। प्लेस करना चाहा, गेंद चली गई साइड लाइन के बाहर। बहुत ही बेहतर वॉली का प्रदर्शन विजय सुंदर द्वारा। ना कि उन्होंने अपना ब्रेक पॉइंट बचाया मगर स्कोर को बराबरी पर ले आए वापस ड्यूस पे।
It was indeed a great sigh of relief for Rawat.
ये गेंद नेट पे लग गई थी फर्स्ट सर्व।
That was not to be, and advantage once again to Rawat. Each, and it would be an equalizer in the second set. Oh, great rally it was. As you both the players they enjoyed
ब्रेक कर दिया सिद्धार्थ रावत
the movement of the ball. However,
काफी
the
लंबी
game
रैली
goes
चली।
in favor of Rawat. So it's all 3-all in the second set.
स्कोर अभी 3 के बराबरी पर।
Rawat has varied of actions in serving, just pulling his body backward to the maximum with a great toss. He adds a lot of pressure on the ball.
उन्होंने स्पिन करने के इरादे से, हालांकि गेंद स्कूप हो गई। बहुत ही
Oh, it was a great piece of placing. Chair umpire is Himanshu Malik of Odisha. Just pulling with a double-handed backhand. He was trying to place the ball this time also. Rawat. Great rally. There was a slight mistake in the footwork, and that is the way he lost 1 point to Vijay Sundar.
बहुत ही बेहतर और इन्होंने ब्रेक कर दिया विजय सुंदर ने।
डबल फॉल्ट। This is OTA ITF Futures semi-final number 1. Vijay Sundar serving. good return, but still then that was a fault he committed, and Vijay Kumar has to lose 1 point to Rawat. Is all endless hitting, just helping Vijay Sundar to get 1 point, 15-30. Great rally that was, mostly playing to the forehand. However, it's all 30 all.
बहुत अच्छी कमबैक कर रहे हैं विजय सुंदर.
Great shot that came from Rawat,
down the line shot,
and Vijay Sundar was not able to return it properly. We can see it, how it happened.
Big point है.
Oh yes.
बहुत ही बेहतर.
A double-handed good return in the backhand return. Once again he's playing to the double-handed backhand.
बहुत अच्छी प्लेसमेंट शॉट ये सिद्धार्थ रावत की.
Advantage Rawat. Very good service. The return had been equally good. A great topspin forehand shot down the line once again, coming from Vijay Sundar. That is his forte, it looks. And the return was incomplete. Just once again deuce.
बहुत अच्छी
Oh, great.
रावत की.
That couldn't have been taken by Vijay Sundar in any way. Just kissed the top of the net and just fell down there. However, it's advantage to Rawat. It's all best of 3 games.
और ये
Best of 3 sets rather.
सेट करने वाले हैं 4 की बराबरी दूसरे सेट से. सिद्धार्थ रावत की ये.
Or Rawat thought that it could have been, and yes, but it didn't happen. Playing it safe, just playing it half volley, down the line return that was, but hitting the ball so wide, and it's all came to 15 all. 15 all.
करते हैं विजय सुंदर.
But the players are not leaving a single chance to go by.
Oh, great loss, and he shouldn't have allowed this to happen, because playing to his advantage, the great pressing came from Rawat, and it was seen that Vijay Sundar was clearly beaten. 30 all. Robert serving from the left court.
बहुत ही बेहतर रेस ये सिद्धार्थ रावत का
40-30
लेते हुए
Robert. They're enjoying every bit of the game here and every bit of the action. Well, the semi-final number 1 is being played in the court number 1 between N. Vijay Sundar and Siddharth Rawat. And both the players, they faced each other. Their last match with each other was way back in 2016 in Chennai, where Siddharth Rawat had won. Oh, the maneuver that he had in his mind, it didn't pay him well, and it just landed on the night.
ये बहुत ही बेहतर इनका शॉट विजय सुंदर का.
The reach was incomplete and reach was rather difficult rather. And Vijay 15-30. Oh, with just a half volley, that was the placing, and it was a good placing rather. Just playing with the width and playing with the reach and movement. This is how it happened. We can see it in slow motion. Just making him run, and it's 40-30.
बहुत ही अच्छी टॉप कोर्ट
Vijay serving.
विजय सुंदर 40-30 से आगे हैं विजय सुंदर सर्विस करते हुए.
The return has been superb and a great toss, and he would take advantage of that, and he made no mistake. And this is how, but there was a little mistake. It fell just beyond the baseline, so that didn't yield him the point that he expected to pocket, and it's back to deuce. It's a great love, and that is it. He just killed this shot and won the game, and it's now 5-all in the second set. Just adding a lot of spin to the ball in the service game from Robert. Just playing to the cross courts. However, the point goes in favor of Vijay Sundar.
खिलाते हैं सिद्धार्थ रावत को, और उनकी विनर जो है वो बहुत ही अच्छी एक प्लेस पर.
Great return. The cross-court placing, and it was very difficult indeed for Rawat to reach.
बहुत ही अच्छा रेस.
Rawat serving. Great return. Quite aimless hitting on the part of Rawat. His time 30-40. Robert serving. It is once again the 8th ace that came from Robert in the whole game of the tie. Robert serving at deuce. He'll definitely look for an advantage. Oh, it looks that he has won it and he has put it into his advantage. Advantage Robert now. That is how it happened once again. Robert with the second serve while he's on advantage. And that is the way Siddharth Rawat is able to prove their mettle and get into the professional level and to get back to the play, while the second set score stands at 5-6, 5 in favor of Vijay Sundar. Vijay is serving. Since this is an outdoor court and particularly hard surface court, even though it's synthetic in nature, it's still there. The weather plays a very dominant role and the much hardship while exerting all their metal and pressure. It is hard.
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट इनसाइड आउट खेला विजय सुंदर ने
40-15. And mostly it looks that Vijay Sundar plays with all of his experience and tactics. His tactics has been very different and sometimes it becomes difficult.
बहुत ही बेहतर वाली
Each step is very important.
बहुत ही बेहतर डाउन द लाइन शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा
Point that was for Rawat. Rawat's serving this time, while he has pocketed 2 points to 1 of Sundar. This counts the 3rd point in favor of Rawat. That is N. Vijay Sundar. He's definitely a worried man at the moment. With this cup, he has pocketed only 3 points so far.
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा और इस तरह उन्होंने ये दूसरा सेट जीत लिया है. अच्छी सर्विस 15-0 विजय सुंदर माफ कीजिएगा 30-0 विजय सुंदर सर्विस करते हुए.
Vijay Sundar serving at a score of 40 love.
और इस एस के साथ विजय सुंदर ने पहला गेम जीता है इस तीसरे सेट का। सिद्धार्थ रावत की सर्विस
Sitting at the stands, I couldn't understand why Vijay had to get out of his position to concede this point to Rawat. With the second serve for the third point, just slowing down with the service. Just playing to the half volley of Vijay Sundar. That was Siddharth, but it was all aimless hitting, and that yielded the opening point for the game in favor of Vijay Sundar. That's a great down the line shot, and that was one more point for Siddharth Rawat, 40-15. If he's able to repeat the feat, obviously the game would be his. With a half volley shot, that was Siddharth, but this time that was not to be on the nights. It's 40-30.
बहुत ही बेहतर
A great piece of rally, and it's back to Deus.
काफी अच्छे प्लेसमेंट शॉट्स मारते हैं विजय सुंदर।
Oh, it's advantage Rawat. Just pulling all his strength. That is the way, with a superb follow through of the body that came.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। ये तीसरे सेट में एक की बराबरी पर स्कोर।
This superb rally ended in conceding the point to N. Vijay Sundar.
इसके बैकहैंड पे खिलाते रहते हैं उन्हें।
Very exactly, as his backhand, he plays double-handed backhand. That is his strong point. So Vijay is all the time trying to force him to use the forehand, and that part is little weaker on the part of Siddharth.
बहुत ही बेहतर एस ये। बहुत ही बेहतर सर्विस सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा। 15 की बराबरी पर स्कोर इस तीसरे सेट में, चौथे गेम में।
Venkatesh, at the moment all I can say that it is going to be a fight tooth to tooth, because nobody is allowing the other point to go much ahead.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने सरोज। दोनों खिलाड़ी बिल्कुल बराबरी के हैं।
30-15, Rawat serving. He played very wide to reach the ball. The attempt was very good.
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत का और इन्होंने ये गेम जीत लिया है। अब स्कोर 2 के बराबर से 2 और ये तीसरे सेट में 2 की बराबरी पर है स्कोर।
First serve getting futile. He'll have to be careful for the second serve. Little slower that watch. And the flushing had been superb, and he was able to concede a point to Siddharth. And 40-15. Vijay serving. Quite a forceful serve. A double-handed backhand return with great top spin. One to the net this time, and the game in favor of Vijay.
और इस तरह से 4-3 का बढ़त लेते हुए विजय सुंदर इस पहली सेमीफाइनल की तीसरी सेट में।
Siddharth to serve. And the third set score 4-3. A lob. Playing with quite forceful top spin.
बहुत ही बेहतरीन रैली, आखिरकार विजय सुंदर हावी रहे इस पे। अच्छी सर्विस सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा 15 की बराबरी पर स्कोर।
Service Siddharth. Great return. Oh, the placing was too wide, and his calculation didn't pay him, but that paid him well to Vijay. Oh, a great love, but after the drop, he went for the shot, and the placing was superb, and that was one more point for Siddharth, and they move up to 30 all for the 8th game of the third set.
सिद्धार्थ रावत ने अब की बार काफ़ी कंट्रोल्ड स्मैश किया इस पर्टिकुलर रैली में। 30 की बराबरी पर स्कोर। बेहतर रेस, जबकि हम शुरुआत से ही कहते आ रहे हैं कि सिद्धार्थ रावत की जो सर्विस है उसमें उन्होंने काफ़ी एसेस किए हैं और बहुत ही उम्दा स्टैंडर्ड की। बहुत अच्छी फिनिश।
Vijay Sundar serving at 15 love. Vijay Sundar is also highly an efficient doubles player.
बहुत ही बेहतर रिटर्न सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा डाउन द लाइन। विजय सुंदर उस रिटर्न की अपेक्षा नहीं कर रहे थे। ये एक और बेहतरीन शॉट का प्रदर्शन सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा।
Vijay Sundar had been twice singles runners-up in the Futures final, way back in August 2012 and also in March 2013. In August 2012, he played the match in the clay court in Iran against the Israeli player, and also in March 13, he played in Madurai, very close to his hometown, Chennai. slicing it out, all pressing it further, repeating the same feat. Third time consecutively, and that yielded him 1 point, and he moves up to 40-30 game.
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा। सिद्धार्थ रावत की एक अच्छे सर्विस का प्रदर्शन विजय सुंदर द्वारा। नियंत्रित तरीके से खेल नहीं पाए सिद्धार्थ रावत। बहुत ही अच्छी ड्रॉप शॉट थी विजय सुंदर की, और इस तरह से विजय सुंदर ने ये गेम जीत लिया और इस तीसरे सेट में 5-4 की बढ़ोतरी ले ली। बहुत ही बेहतर कंट्रोल प्लेसमेंट शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा। हम प्रेशर की बात करें तो सरोज मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगा कि टेनिस ये एकमात्र ऐसा गेम है जहाँ खिलाड़ी को अपने कोच से कोई भी वार्तालाप करने की इजाज़त नहीं रहती है गेम के दौरान, मैच के दौरान।
Very correctly.
बहुत ही बेहतर है इसका
why Vijay had to concede this point, because the way he stood still, not attempting to reach for the ball was very near to him.
ये काफ़ी डिसेप्टिव सर्व थी सेकंड सर्व की। बेहतर है।
The same thing also happened, and this is how he conceded this game, and they move to equal footing, 5-all in the third set. For the 11th game,
बराबरी पर बैकहैंड कोई वीक हो, मगर इनकी काफ़ी प्लेसमेंट्स उनके बैकहैंड पे रही हैं।
that was the mistake.
बहुत ही अच्छी रैली है
Vijay did. The movement of the racket was not there proper. The follow through had been completely bad, and that is why he was not able to clear the ball. However, the score stands at 30-all. Vijay serving.
डाउन द लाइन शॉट मारने की प्रयास में थे
And the
सिद्धार्थ रावत।
goes in favor of Vijay Sundar. The semi-final number 1 for the 12th game and the third set.
बहुत ही
fight is
बेहतर
on.
डाउन द लाइन शॉट सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा।
Third set, to be very exact.
बहुत ही अच्छी सर रिटर्न नहीं कर पाए विजय सुंदर। 30-15 के स्कोर पर सिद्धार्थ रावत सर्व करते हुए। ये एक और एस
Siddharth Rawat, currently ranked number 7 in singles in India, while Vijay Sundar currently ranks number 9. So Siddharth is definitely hopeful. It was aimless playing. He was not very happy with himself because the way he was caught in the wrong footwork. This could be the match point for Vijay Sundar. It's deuce once again. And Vijay Sundar is trying very hard. If he is able to clinch this game, obviously the match would be huge. He was clearly beaten, and this is advantage for Siddharth.
Down the line.
Vijay will have to come back with tremendous skill and also strength and lots of wits to stop Siddharth, to clinch this game, obviously to win the match, and ultimately to avenge for himself for the loss that he went through in 2016 at Chennai.
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट बैक एंड टॉप पे। अच्छी प्लेसमेंट शॉट विजय सुंदर द्वारा इस टाई ब्रेकर में 1-0 की बढ़त लेते हुए। बहुत ही वीक सी रिटर्न थी ये विजय सुंदर की। बहुत ही अच्छी रैली थी जिस पर अंत में सिद्धार्थ रावत ही हावी रहे। एक अनफोर्स्ड था, कहें तो विनर मारना चाहा उन्होंने डाउन द लाइन विजय सुंदर। अच्छी सेकंड सर्व करता है विजय सुंदर। 2 की बराबरी पर स्कोर इस टाई ब्रेकर में, तीसरी और निर्णायक सेट में। किस्मत ने साथ नहीं दिया विजय सुंदर का, ये गेम बाहर चली गई नेट पे लग के। अब 3-2 की बढ़त के साथ सर्व करेंगे सिद्धार्थ रावत।
Siddharth Rawat serving while the tie-break score is standing at 3-2. Slowing down the service to fly it safely. Just chipping it. And the placing has been superb, and the return had been superb. A great attempt was on the part of Vijay Sundar, but that yielded in no result. And it's 4-2 in favor of Siddharth in the tie-break score. Let that watch. Siddharth Rawat. Still a student studying for his post-graduation in economics in Delhi University.
बेहतरीन सर्विस है सिद्धार्थ रावत द्वारा.
Moving up ahead at 5-2.
बेहतर शॉट ये विजय सुंदर द्वारा. बहुत ही बेहतर.
Indeed,
अच्छी सर्विस.
one more point for Vijay Sundar. It's about 2.5 hours long marathon match. Both Sundar, Vijay Sundar and Siddharth, they're having here at court number 1 in ITF Odisha F1
बहुत ही बेहतर शॉट
tournament.
विजय सुंदर द्वारा और ये बराबरी हासिल किया है 5 के
And it's
बराबर
5
स्कोर
all
दिया
in
है.
tiebreak. It's becoming more thrilling, more exciting. Vijay Sundar. There's a lull of silence everywhere. A greater amount of thrill. And this is how the match comes to an end, and Vijay Sundar has been able to avenge for himself, and this is the way the tiebreaker has been decided in favor of Vijay Sundar. So this is the end of the semi-final number 1, and the winner each and Vijay Sundar after beating Siddharth Rawat.